right. So today, me now before we treat past questions, now let's quickly look at some theorems. Irena,
Mm-hmm.
would you like to wash your face before you? Because I notice you are. Is it that you're sleeping or what?
I'm fine.
Okay. All right. So now this today we'll be looking at calculating angles. Calculating angles. I think we have a few questions to solve in this regard. So calculating angles. First, let's look at two theorems now. Now, theorems on triangle. Theorems on triangle. So the first theorem, okay, the sum of interior angles. The sum of interior angles in a triangle. In a triangle, okay, is equals 180 degrees. So we have a triangle. So let's say this is A, B, C. So the triangle is labeled with capital letter A, B, C, okay? So angle at A, let's say the angle at A is 8 degrees, lowercase letter. Then the angle at B is B degrees. And that at C is what? C degrees. So according to this theorem, we have the sum of interior angles in a triangle, okay, is equals 180 degrees. So that means the sum of A, B, and C will be equals to 180 degrees. That's one. Now, the second theorem, which will be our theorem 2. Now, the exterior angle of a triangle, the exterior angle of a triangle is equals to the sum of the two interior opposite angles is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Now listen, we have a triangle. This is a triangle. Triangle A, B, C. Angle at A, that is 8 degrees. Angle at B, that will be B degrees. Angle at C, that will be C degrees. Okay, so now let's say point C or C is now produced outward to another point at D. Then this angle, the angle here, let's say the angle here, this is the exterior angle. You can see this is exterior. This is the symbol for angle. Irena, you are sleeping. Go and wash your face and then come back. Irena,
Mm.
I mean, you should go and wash your face and come back to class. Irena,
I heard.
I mean, you need to go and wash your face and come back to class. Okay. Okay. Now, listen. The first theorem, I said, well, now we have about 22 theorems on triangle, but in this, for your exam, we're only going to treat two theorems. So the first theorem is theorem one, which is the one that talks about, that's the one we call the angle sum property of triangle. Okay, angle sum property or identity. Okay, so the sum of interior angles in a triangle. Interior, that is the angles, the internal angle, the angles given inside the triangle, they are called interior angles. So the sum of interior angles in a triangle, okay, that is A, B, and C, will be equals to 180. That's the first theorem. Now the second theorem, we have the exterior angle of a triangle. The exterior angle of a triangle is equals to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. What does that mean? Now, this is the exterior angle. So, in this case, the exterior angle, okay, exterior, this means exterior, it means exterior angle. So, which means the exterior angle, okay, this is the symbol for angle. The exterior angle in the triangle is equals to the sum of the two interior opposite angles, and that will be A degrees plus B degrees. That is the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Mhm.
Okay, so I need to copy this down. Copy it down. Write it down. Are you done?
Um, can you give an example?
Are you done?
Can I get an example?
You're done. Where are you done?
Can I get an example?
Okay. Now listen. Let's say, look at this example just to explain the theorem. All right. So now, let's say we want to find, okay, let me just write example, example, example. Find the angles marked with letters, okay, in the following, figures. Number one. All right. So that's the first one. Then two. Now look at the two questions on the board. Find the angles marked with letter. Okay, marked with letter. Find the angle marked with letter in each of the following. In each of the following figures. All right, listen. Now, you can see, according to this theorem, that's the angle sum property of triangle. The theorem states that the sum of interior angles in a triangle is equals to 180. Now, we want to find the value of k in this case. So what we do is, we are going to add the interior angle. So we apply this property. So that will be k plus 58 plus 43 equals to 180. Do you understand? Okay, so because the sum of the interior angles is equals to 180 degrees. So when one of the interior angle is not given, so to find out what the value of one of that interior angle is, then you are going to apply this property, that's this theorem. So the sum of interior angles in the triangle is equals to 180. So then let's add this together. So we have k plus 3 plus 8, that will be 11. Then carry 1. 5 plus 4, that's 9 plus 1, that will be 10. So this will be 101. Then that will be equals to 180 degrees. So let's get the value of k. I'm sure you know this is a one-step equation.
Yeah.
It's a one-step equation. What's the value of k in this case? What will be the value of k? Please write it in the chat. Say the answer in the chat, yes.
Nine.
What? What's the answer? Yeah, 79. So the value of k is 79 degrees. But in this case, look at M, this letter, okay, is an exterior angle. So it is not inside the triangle. Okay, so because it's not inside the triangle, so we can use the angle sum property of triangle. Okay, we can use the angle sum property, but we have to use the other theorem, which is the exterior angle of the triangle is equals to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. So these two angles are interior opposite angles. So to find the value of n, so in this case, n, which is the exterior angle, let me write it. So exterior angle equals sum of two interior opposite angles. So the exterior angle is n. Then the sum of the two interior opposite angles, that will be 61 plus 57. And that will be 1 plus 7 is 8. Okay. Then 6 plus 5, that will be 11. So the value of n is what? Is 118. The value of n is 118. Any question?
Hmm.
Any question?
Can you write what's underneath the second one?
This
It's like
one?
blurry. Yeah.
This one? Okay, now look at this theorem. X, EXT. This is arc. This represents symbol. We're not looking at the topic as a whole. We're only looking at the theorems. Okay? Because, now, angle can be denoted with this symbol. This is the symbol for angle. So look here, this angle is outside. It's not inside the triangle. So anyone that is inside, now look at, we have, this is internal, this is inside, this is inside, this is also given inside. So we know already that the sum of the three angles, this angle plus this angle plus this angle, is what? 180 degrees. Okay, is 180 degrees. But this angle, this external angle, this exterior angle, how can we find this exterior angle? Let's say we are not given this angle, because in this case, we can actually look for this angle. And when we know the value of this angle, then we can also find the value of m. But that will be a long method. It will be a long method. Hello. Now listen. So exterior angle, Rena, exterior angle is equals to the sum of the two opposite interior angles, these two angles. So this angle will be equals to A plus B. Look at what we have here. N equals to 57 plus 61. Wow. Look at, I said this is the exterior angle. And this angle is equals to the sum of these two interior opposite angles. That is A plus B. Okay. You know, I'm not showing you how to prove the theorem. I'm only showing you the application of the theorem. So, like, we want to apply this theorem. Let's say you are given a question like this, and they tell you to find the value of the angle marked n. So to find the value of the angle marked n, in this case, this angle, first, you need to understand that when the angle is not, when we are not having the angle inside the triangle and it is outside the triangle, I like to use inside and outside. So these angles now, they are inside. Okay, and we call them interior angles. But this one is not an interior angle because it is outside the triangle. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
So this exterior angle, okay, to find the value of n, this exterior angle, it will be equals to the sum of these two interior opposite angles. Have you copied down this one?
I'm still waiting.
Okay, you're still copying this. Hmm? Let's
Mm-hmm.
still copy this. Okay. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
No. Let's just solve two questions because I have to go now. Have you finished copying the notes?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm asking.
Wait, say what time?
Mhm. Okay, so now let's look at this question.
Is this homework?
No, I'm going to write it on the board. Just hold on. Examine the angles in the isosceles triangle and find the best answer. All right, look at this question. Examine the angles A, B, and C in the isosceles triangle and find the best answer. All right, listen. I'm sure you know that there are three types of triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Can you mention them? Three types of triangle.
There's the isosceles. Wait, I don't remember the name of it. Wait,
Okay, no, just write it in the chat. Send your answer to the chat.
the types of the name types of the circle.
The names, yes, the names. Just give me the names.
Uh-uh.
Anyways, now listen. There are three types of triangle. Number one, we have what we call equilateral triangle. Okay, equilateral triangle. That is, in the case of equilateral triangle, all three sides and angles are equal. All three sides and angles are what? Are equal. This angle, they are all equal. So this will be 60 degrees, this will be 60 degrees, and then this will be 60 degrees. All the three sides are equal. So which means each interior angle will be 60 degrees. Do you understand? Because 60 degrees plus 60 degrees, that will be 120 degrees. So 120 degrees plus 60 degrees, that will be 180. Do you understand?
Mhm.
So that's equilateral triangle. Now, then number 2, we have isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Okay, isosceles triangle. Now, for isosceles triangle, now two slant sides, and base angles are equal. Now, what I mean here is that the two slant sides are equal in length. That is, let me write it out. Two slant sides are equal in length. Okay. Then two base angles are also what? Are also equal. Okay, they have equal measurement. So this is it. So that this is why it is called isosceles triangle. These two sides now, they are equal. That's why you can see this line showing, okay? They are equal. Then these two angles, this angle and this angle, they are also what? Equal. These are two equal angles, okay? So these two angles are equal. That's why I use two cups or two parts. Then number 3, we have what we call scaling triangle. Scaling triangle. In the case of scaling triangle, okay, now all three sides and angles are not equal. All three sides and angles are not equal. So in this case, all three sides are not equal. All three angles are not equal. That's it. So now let's look at what we have here. So according to the question, examine the angles A, B, and C in the isosceles triangle and find the best answer. Find the best answer. So when we say isosceles triangle, it means this side, okay, this side and this side, they are equal. This side and this side, they are equal. So which means angle A will be equals to 35 degrees. So that means this angle will be 35 degrees. Are you with me?
Yeah.
This angle will be what? 35 degrees. So if this angle is 35 degrees, okay, this is 35 degrees because this is an isosceles triangle. That's for the first one. Now, what will now be the value of angle B? What will be the value of angle B? Now, you can see this is a what? A right triangle. This is a right triangle. This is a what? A right triangle. This triangle is a right triangle. So it is a right triangle because this angle is what? Angle 90 degrees. The angle is angle 90 degrees. So now, looking at this, can we also say that angle C is equals to 90 degrees? Now we say angle C equals to 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Now we say angle C is equals to 90 degrees. Can you tell me your reason why this angle will be 90 degrees?
Because that side of the triangle is
No, that's not the reason. Listen. Now, sum of angles. Sum of angles on a straight line. Sum of angles on a straight line is what? 180 degrees. So if I want to, let's say we want to know what the value of this angle is. So if I put, now sum of angles on a straight line is 180 degrees. That means A plus B will be equals to 180. Okay, that will be equals to 180. So in this case, we have this to be 90. And we want to know what C is. So that will be C plus 90 degrees equals to 180 degrees. So C will be equals to 180 minus 90. So the value of C will be what? So this is 90 degrees. This will be 90 degrees. This is 35. This is 35. This is 90 degrees. So when we know this to be 90 degrees, this is 90 degrees. Okay, this is 90 degrees. This is 35. So let's get the value of B. So I'm giving you another theorem now. This is a theorem about straight line. Sum of angles on a straight line equals to 180 degrees. So now, for this triangle, we know this to be 90. This is also 90. Okay, so that means the angle at B, this angle, let's get the angle at B. So that will be A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C equals to 180. Now A is 35. So this means this will be 35 plus C, which is 90, then plus B, which is equals to 180. So 90 plus 35, that will be 125. 90 plus 35 is 125. So 125 plus B equals to 180. So that B will be equals to 180 minus 125. So 180 minus 125, that will be 55. That will be 55. That will be 55. So from here, so now we have B to be equals to 55 degrees. So let's check which option here. Which of these answer choice is the correct choice or be the correct answer? Now, A is greater than C. Is A greater than C? This is wrong. Can you see? We have A 35, B 55, C 90. And we have the first answer choice to be A greater than C, which is not. Because A is what? 35. Why C is 90 degrees? Now, is B greater than A?
Yes.
Now, if B is greater than A, is it equals to C?
No.
Is your answer yes or no? Please don't know the
Right.
just tell me the answer. Is B greater than A and then A equals to C?
Yeah, equals to C.
Okay, I'm asking, is this correct?
Yeah. Then
Now, this is not correct. Please, I need to go now. Okay, so B greater than A. B greater than A. Yes, because B is 55. Why A is 35. But is A equals to C? The answer is no. A is not equals to C because C is 90. B is, I'm sorry, A is 35. So A is 90, so they are not equal. Now B equals to C. This is wrong. But C
B.
is greater than B. That is, C is 90 degrees, which is greater than B. Then B greater than A, because B is what? 55. And this is the correct answer. Write it down.
I'm done.
You're done copying everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's meet, and when we meet on Tuesday, I'll continue because you are not, I don't think you're really getting this thing in class. You're done with everything, right? Okay. Let's take this as homework.
Should I take a picture?
All right, thank you. Are you done?
Should I take a picture?
Okay, take a picture. Okay, no problem.
I'm done.
Are you taking a picture?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.